right, everyone, welcome back. The fall from grace, of an aging fighter in mixed martial arts is, oftentimes really, really sad to watch, especially in the UFC, because we all grow to form bonds and relationships and attachments to these fighters and their stories, They almost become like superheroes to some of us. So when they inevitably start to decline and the next wave of young, hungry killers takes their place, it can be really tough to watch. And in a sport that is so brutal, so violent, and can be pretty gruesome, like I said, that just adds to that really sad nature of the fall from grace that a lot of these fighters have. Now, is Israel Adesanya in that position? The guy has known to take, virtually no damage over his career. As a crafty striker like he is, he's very good at hitting and not getting hit. The name of the game. You can tell that's how, he grades his performances, or at least one of the things, because the way he talks about striking and obviously how he backs it up in the octagon and sort of his creativity in there, he is very, very good, not only head movement, but that footwork and distance management. Like, he's incredibly hard to hit clean. With all of that being said, I don't think necessarily his fall from grace is going to be as, sad to watch necessarily, because, I don't see Israel Adesanya getting flatlined anytime soon. I could be wrong, I've definitely been wrong before, but I don't think this is necessarily the matchup that we're going to see that. On the other hand, Nasruddin Imavov, like I said, young, hungry, sort of represents that new wave of MMA a little bit. Can do it all, very well-rounded, whereas Adesanya, although he has really, really spectacular takedown defense, his abilities are on the feet, like I spoke about. His striking ability is, only people are just catching up now. When he came into the UFC, went on his run to the title, and obviously, as the champion, head and shoulders above the competition. And people forget, with the recency bias we have in mixed martial arts, people forget about the sort of greatness and the run that Israel went on. People took that for granted when it was happening. And like I said, people are very quick to forget. Is this the matchup where the trend continues downward? Because, like I said, coming off 2 losses now, obviously his most recent performance, Dricus du Plessis, and then before that in Sean Strickland. So he's had 2 pretty stale performances, in my opinion. I know he was very proud of himself in his last matchup, in his last fight, how he performed. Yeah, he just didn't, the presence in the octagon is different, Du Plessis is a very, very heavy pressure fighter, and for Adesanya to not sort of take advantage of that more and to be getting clipped as much as he was, I don't know. I didn't necessarily see Adesanya at the top of his game, but that's very understandable. Like I said, coming off a year layoff. So this is the fight I think that he's going to have to really, really prove himself, because there's no excuses, no layoff. You're coming into this camp fit and fresh, and main event, you're more than familiar here. So this is the one where you have to really prove yourself, because Nasruddin Imavov, like I said, is very hungry. And he wants the position that Adesanya is in, I'm sure Imavov's been idolizing Adesanya for a lot of his career, and getting the opportunity to fight him, he's going to be geared up for that, and going to be putting everything into the camp. So Adesanya has all that he can handle, in my opinion, in terms of the matchup. Will Izzy remind everyone, I'm not done yet? I don't know. That's the thing. Father Time, like I spoke about at the start of this video, all of our favorite fighters, lose. They get to that hump and they're never the same afterwards. Unfortunately, I do not think Adesanya will ever wear the middleweight title, and that's not me being a hater. I'm one of the biggest Adesanya fans there is. I loved watching his streak. And like I said, his creativity on the feet in the octagon is special, really beautiful to watch. So this is no hate. This is just me coming with an unbiased analysis. Like I said, there's just no way to come back from that hump. And this is the matchup that's really, really going to tell us because, yes, Adesanya, I think, can win fights in the UFC, but his time reigning at the top, that's a moment that was. And obviously, he wants to be the champion again. He wants to work towards that, but the game moves so fast. I'm really, really interested to see this matchup. Riyadh season, a pretty stacked card as well. MVP coming up to middleweight for a bit of a novelty fun fight. Let me know what you guys think about the matchup. Adesanya, is he over the hill? Is Imavov going to come in here, run through Adesanya? Or is Adesanya going to remind everyone he's still got some time left at the top? Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would really, really appreciate that. It really helps me out a lot. Thank you guys. We'll talk soon.